Jennifer, Director for the Wake County Soil and Water Conservation District, and we're excited to host this year's 16th annual virtual Keeping the Farm workshop this afternoon. Of course, in this full year of many challenges brought onto us by the COVID-19 pandemic, we're very excited to still to be able to bring to you these important updates and information from the experts on how to keep your farm and forest land in the family for generations to come. After each presentation today, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. We ask that you put your questions in the chat or comment box. If you're watching on the YouTube, there should be a box to put those in, and on Facebook as well if you're watching from Facebook Live. We will have staff monitoring those comments and questions, and we'll try to make sure to get those questions to the presenters in the time frame that we have today to do this, and hopefully get those questions answered. Just a reminder that all the presentations this afternoon are being recorded and will be placed on our Wake County Soil and Water website for anyone to watch at a later date. We will also be posting our contact information if you prefer to talk with someone in person, a live person, by email or phone, or have additional follow-up questions that you would like to get answered after presentations today. Thank you again for taking the time out of your day to attend this virtual Keeping the Farm workshop. First up on the agenda this afternoon, we have welcome remarks from our Wake County Board of Commissioners. We have Chairman Matt Calabria and Vice Chair Vickie Adamson both presenting those remarks. So we'll let that go now for our first agenda item.
Hi, I'm Matt Calabria, Chair of the Wake County Board of Commissioners, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Keeping the Farm workshop. This is our 16th year holding the workshop, but like so many things in our world today, we're doing this one a little differently due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Usually we'd be happy to meet you all in person out at the Wake County Commons building for a day of learning and conversations and networking. But instead, this year, we've broken our material down into a series of relatively short videos that you can watch whenever you have the time. We'll miss seeing everyone in person, but hopefully you'll like this format too. It'll allow you to rewatch the videos if you need to, and we encourage you to share them with friends and family who could benefit from the information in them. We've got a great lineup of topics this year. In a lot of ways, this information is more pertinent than ever before. As we've crossed into our second year of the COVID-19 pandemic, we see businesses of all kinds struggling to keep afloat, and we know that includes our farmers. To help you navigate and take full advantage of COVID-19 relief programs available to farmers through the federal government, we have a presentation from the North Carolina office of the USDA Farm Service Agency. We also have videos covering the topics that you've come to expect from Keeping the Farm. That includes a yearly update on changes to the tax code from the Wake County Tax Administration Office. You'll also hear from a local attorney on ways to plan your estate and protect your farm from legal challenges, as well as the Wake County Planning Office, which will provide you an update on Plan Wake, which is our massive countywide push to engage our community and develop a comprehensive plan to guide our growth for years to come. It is no secret that Wake County is growing and growing fast. One of the long-term trends we're seeing come out of this pandemic is that people want to leave the densest cities in America for areas that offer a better balance of rural and urban. And that's Wake County. Many people don't realize this, but with nearly 700 farms covering more than 77,000 acres of land, Wake County has more farm and forestry land than the majority of North Carolina counties. COVID-19 has reminded us of the value of open spaces, and no other county in the state has our combination of both booming urban development and vibrant rural agricultural land. We must work to preserve this precious balance that makes Wake County truly unique. Before we get underway, I'd like to turn it over to our Vice Chair, Vickie Adamson, who you'll probably recognize from past years' Keeping the Farm workshops. She has a personal connection to farms and has taken a personal interest in helping our local farmers keep their land in the family. Vice Chair Adamson?
Thank you, Chair Calabria. Keeping the farm really is a subject near and dear to my heart. I was raised on a small farm in Iredell County, which is now a housing development, where we had hogs and chickens, and I grew up eating vegetables grown on my family's land. One of the stories I tell young people is in the fall when we butchered the hogs, and of course it was hog killing day, I would be out of school to help because that's an all hands on deck work day to get the hog put up before the meat goes bad. And I would go to school the next day with a note from my mother that said Vickie was needed at home yesterday. It was hog killing day. And today, if some student was to show up with that note, they would probably get social services called on the family that they were butchering hogs in the backyard, which is exactly what we did. To this day, I go out of my way to know where my food comes from. I get produce from a local CSA, and I buy my meat and eggs from a local farmer. I visited each of these farms in person because the only way to know if a farm is clean is to go see it. More than 10 years ago, I committed to making sure that all the food I buy is grown in the United States. It's not always easy, and I can't always find everything, but it's important to me to support American farmers. I know some of you recently inherited land and now find yourselves owning the family farm for the first time. I'm sure you're feeling a variety of strong emotions, including excitement, pride, and probably more than a little bit of anxiety. And you're probably also very tired from all the work you've been putting in. I want you to know that Wake County is committed to helping you. Our board has adopted a goal to actively encourage the preservation of farmland in our county, and our staff are here to help. We're blessed to have such natural beauty here, and we are truly committed to keeping our open spaces open. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of this workshop, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank our dedicated staff from the Wake County Soil and Water Conservation District. This is such a challenging time for everyone, and they are working harder than ever to help our residents manage their land, water, plant, and wildlife resources effectively. And we have lots of wildlife in Wake County. It makes me proud to know that in a world turned upside down in so many ways, we're not missing a year of keeping the farm. Thanks to our tireless and innovative staff here in Wake County. Looking beyond this workshop, I hope you will take advantage of all the people and resources we have to offer. I think you're really going to like this virtual format, but I have to say, I hope we're back in person next year because I miss the opportunity to see each of you, shake your hand, and hear what we can do as commissioners to make sure your families keep the farm. Thank you and enjoy the workshop this year.